Qualifier number 3 rolling out into the racetrack. Row number 1, 714 of Timmy Cruz out of Chowchilla to his outside. The 28P of John Piker out of Bakersfield. Second row is going to be the 51 of Jason Bannister, also out of Bakersfield, and to his outside. The 127 of Jacob Mallet Jr. out of Oakley. Third row, the 38A of Todd Gomez out of Antioch. To his outside is going to be the 22T of Tanner Thomas out of Atwater. Fourth row is going to be the 33J of Jeff Med out of Watsonville, and to his outside is going to be the C50 of Nick Kaufman out of Bakersfield. 8 cars, 10 laps the distance. Qualifier number 3 here for our sport mods, just one more to go. Green is out. Oh, Timmy Cruz all over the berm. You see he locks up on the brakes, and he's going to lose 1, 2, 3 positions from that. Oh, Todd Gomez even makes contact with the 714 machine. Timmy Cruz just went from the pole all the way to 5th. Meanwhile, John Piker out leading the field. Second is Jason Bannister and Jacob Mallet duking it out for that second place position. Mallet goes upstairs. Meanwhile, Bannister down low. Timmy Cruz trying to make his way back up through the field now as he's going to try to make it a 3-car dog fight with Bannister and Mallet. Yellow is out, and that is for the C50 of Nick Kaufman. Nick Kaufman comes to a stop right there in turn 1. And right now, I just want to welcome everybody on IMCA TV watching on Facebook Live. Welcome here. George Stites Dirt Nationals. Night number 2 here. If you like what you see on Facebook, go ahead and order that. And finish the night off with a strong. We have some fantastic action going on here so far, as well as coming up tonight. All right, 3 down, 7 to go. As we see Nick Kaufman leave the racetrack. Once again, Texas-style restart. John Piker out front with Jason Bannister, Jacob Mallet, Timmy Cruz, Todd Gomez, Jeff Med, and Tanner Thomas rounding out the field. Let's see if Piker can hold on, or does Bannister, Mallet have anything for him? 3 laps down in this one. Piker gets on the throttle, and green is out. Everybody dives down low. Here comes Mallet, has the run on the top side of the racetrack. Mallet trying to get it done. Rim right in the top side is where the scary side is. John Piker may have company in the form of the 127. Jacob Mallet not going to try to pull the slider. Oh, as John Piker pushes up the racetrack, blocks the line of the 127. Mallet has to get off the gas. That kills all the momentum for the 127 machine. Meanwhile, here comes Jason Bannister and Timmy Cruz is there. Both going to get by the 127, and they also make contact with each other. Mallet not giving up on the top side of the racetrack. Meanwhile, here comes Jeff Med as well. You can't miss him as he sits in that 5th place position, just lurking. 2 to go signal being shown to John Piker, and he has almost a 2-second lead over 2nd place Bannister. Yellow is out for Todd Gomez over there in the turn 2 wall. The 38A of Todd Gomez. You see him sits over there in turn 2 wall. And I missed what happened to Todd Gomez. Not sure if he just missed the cushion in turn 2 and made contact or what. That caution is going to be hit for Gomez. And it is going to be a single file restart with just 2 to go. John Piker, your leader. All right, nose to tail is what they're asking him. Lights are out, 2 to go. We are going to decide who is the winner here for qualifier number 3. Piker brings him in nice and slow before he gets on the throttle. Green is now out. Once again, Mallet Jr. jumps up to the top side of the racetrack. Now he has company in the form of the 714 of Cruz. White flag is out. Does Bannister have anything for John Piker? Down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. This one has Piker's name written all over it as he's going to take home the win here for qualifier number 3. Second is going to be Jason Bannister. Third is going to be the 714 of Timmy Cruz over Jacob Mallet and Jeff Med. Tanner Thomas rounding out the field as he comes by. Race fans, make some noise for the 28P of John Piker. And as they roll out the 4th and final qualifier here, row number 1 is going to be the 132 of Brent Kern out of Twain Hart. To his outside is going to be the 46 in of Jonathan Haggy out of Prunedale. Second row is going to be the 5 of Jeremy Hoff out of Copperopolis. To his outside is going to be the 74 of Levi Kiefer out of Bakersfield. Third row out of Chotchilla is going to be the 4M of Emily Van Hoff. To her outside is going to be the driver coming to us out of Bakersfield. It's going to be the 68 of Billy Simpkins. Fourth and final row, the driver out of Mariposa, Glenn Cook in the 98. And to his outside is going to be the 96M of Matt Michelli out of Live Oak. And I believe it looks like Matt Michelli not making the call here. 7 cars, 10 laps. Final qualifier here for our Sport Mods is underway. And looks like yellow is out as Kern had a swarm of cars coming around him. All right, and looks like lights are out. We're going to get this one back underway. Not sure what that yellow is for. Maybe they're not liking the start on that one. Front row, it is Kern and Haggiau. At the cone as they go. Green flag is out. Brent Kern protects the bottom side of the racetrack, but meanwhile, here comes Jonathan Haggiau. Haggiau and Jeremy Hoff go side by side. Oh, Haggiau may have squeezed the 5 into the wall a little bit there. 3-car battle going on for that second spot. Haggiau, Hoff, and Kiefer. And Kern just trying to step away from him and run and hide. Now the 5 starts to separate himself, and he's going to hunt down the 132 of Kern. Kern nice and smooth down on the bottom side. Oh, Jeremy Hoff, he goes around and coming to a stop. It looks like, I'm not sure if that's Jonathan Haggiau. Haggiau just came to a complete stop over there in turn 1. And Jeremy Hoff loops it around. A weird incident right there. That's going to bring out the caution. 3 laps down, 7 to go. Let's see how we're going to line this one up and who was the cause of caution on that one. And I believe the cause of caution was the 46 in of Jonathan Hagout. Yes, it was. He's going to take it off pit side. Ooh, and the 5 also of Jeremy Hoff being charged with that caution as well. Jeremy Hoff not too pleased with that one. So your lineup is going to look like this. It is going to be Brent Kern out leading the field. Levi Kiefer sitting in second is Billy Simpkins third. Emily Van Hoff and Glenn Cook, the final remaining cars on the racetrack, and that is the running order as well. 3 down, 7 to go, race fans. I believe the flag man is going to show them the 1 to go here. All right, lights are out. Let's see if we can finish this one off. Just 7 laps remaining. Kern dives once again down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Oh, he has company. Here comes the 74 right on the back bumper. Kiefer, he goes upstairs. Kern down low, digging in on the moisture, and Kern has a good run off the bottom side of the racetrack. Meanwhile, Kiefer is going to bring along Billy Simpkins with them as well. It is Kern, Kiefer, and Simpkins, your top 3. We are halfway through this one. 5 laps down, 5 to go. Brent Kern currently so far scooting away also from Levi Kiefer. Brent Kern laying down the fastest lap also so far with the 14.482. He's going to be shown the 2 to go signal. Everybody pretty much migrating down to the bottom side of the racetrack now. Lurking and looking for that moisture on the bottom side. White flags out for the 132 of Brent Kern. As he rolls down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. He is going to take the win here for qualifier number 4, Brent Kern, your winner. Second is going to go to Levi Kiefer. Third, Billy Simpkins. Fourth, Emily Van Hoff and Glenn Cook, rounding out the top 5. As he comes by, race fans, make some noise for your winner in the 132. That is Brent Kern. And that is going to do it here for our Sport Mod qualifiers. As we get set and they roll out our IMCA Modified, 3 qualifiers here for IMCA Modifieds. And the lineup looks like this. Row number 1 is going to be the 1B of Tim Balding out of Prunedale. To his outside is the 2B of Bobby Hogue out of Salinas. Second row is going to be the 198 of Robbie Sawyer out of Bakersfield. And to his outside, the 49 of Troy Folger out of Oakley. Third row is going to be the 4X of Anthony Slaney out of Martinez. To his outside, the 17 junior, Terry DiCarlo Jr. out of Martinez. Fourth row scheduled to be the 28 of Chase Aud of Merced. And to his outside, the 07X of Troy Morris III out of Bakersfield. Fifth and final row scheduled to be the 89 of Freddie Plead out of Santa Rosa. And it looks like 2 cars not making the start here. scheduled to have 9 cars, and there he is. Here comes the the 89. So it looks like we're just missing that one car, and that was Chase All. Chase All, we've seen him earlier needing the tow back to the pits. So it looks like he's not going to make the call, and I believe his night may be done. He's going to be a scratch for the night on the 28. Two by two as they come into turn number 4. Green is out. Tim Balding leads down the back straightaway. Oh, and here comes Troy Folger to the inside of Sawyer. He's going to muscle his way past the 198. Robbie has something to say about it. He's going to try to battle back. Give Folger that 3rd place position. Folger, he wants more. He looks to the inside of Bobby Hogue now. Give Folger 2nd. Troy Morris trying to rail the top side of the racetrack as he gets by now. Anthony Slaney is going to set his sights on the 198 in 4th. Everybody cruising downstairs on the bottom side of the racetrack now. Robbie Sawyer scoops up top. He's going to leave that lane open for the 07X of Morris. Oh, here comes Folger to the inside. Folger muscles his way past Tim Balding now. Give Folger the lead. Bobby Hogue said he cannot wait any longer. He wants to get by the 1B as well. Sawyer rails the top side of the racetrack. Meanwhile, he's going to go side by side with Troy Morris. Balding pushes up a little bit, and he opens the door for Hogue. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Sawyer muscles his way in the middle. Points is what they are battling for, and they cannot leave nothing unturned here in these qualifiers. Meanwhile, somehow Morris makes his way through into 3rd. Oh, Anthony Slaney looked like killed the cone over there in turn number 3. Him and Tim Balding are going to battle now for that 5th place position. Yellow flag is out. Yellow flag is out, and I believe it's going to be for debris on the racetrack. But oh my, how about the 49 of Troy Folger making passes to the lead? Green flag back out in the air for the 49 of Troy Folger. Robbie Sawyer railing the top side of the racetrack. He has Anthony Slaney to his inside. The 2 to go signal is going to be shown to the 49 now of Folger. Morris trying to see what he can get on the bottom side of the racetrack, as well as he's going to try to get by the 2H of Hogue. Everybody knows the tail on the bottom side of the racetrack. White flag is out one more time around for the 49 of Folger. Down the back straightaway. And it is going to be, Troy. Oh, Morris goes around. Morris goes around in the center of 3 and 4. Folger's going to take home the win. Bobby Hogue's going to take home 2nd. 3rd is going to be Anthony Slaney. 4th, Robbie Sawyer. And Tim Balding in 5th. Oh, no. What a break for the 07X of Troy Morris. You know he's got to be kicking himself up on that one. Trying to get that cone back in the correct position as we've seen the animal Anthony Slaney just demolish that cone as he was going into turn number 4. Meanwhile, here comes qualifier number 2. Row number 1 is going to be Danny Rowe in the 03 out of Turlock. To his outside is going to be the 14P of Ryan Porter out of Atwater. Second row is going to be the 13 of Jerry Flippo out of Bakersfield. And to his outside, scheduled to start, is the 66P of Paul Stone out of Winton. Third row is going to be the 51 of Chuck Weir out of Merced. And to his outside, the 28K of Buddy Niss out of Oakley. Fourth row, 14H of Ryan Smith out of Kalinga. To his outside, the 82M of James Anderson out of White City, Oregon. Fifth and final row, the 71M of Monty Tomlinson out of Merced. That is your 9 starters here for heat race number 2 for the modifieds. Once again, passing points is what you want to accumulate. As we add up all the passing points from last night, and here in the qualifiers, top 16 will be locked into the show here tonight. Qualifier number 2, it is Rowe. Porter, front row. Green is now out in the air. Once again, everybody pretty much migrating down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Jerry Flippo and Ryan Porter going side by side for that second place position. Here comes Stone on the outside. Oh, was there enough room? I'm not sure, but he made room there as he's going to try to move his way now into second. He gets past Jerry Flippo. Paul Stone is the man on a mission, race fans, as he wants more. He's going to try to look for the lead. Danny Rowe doesn't know, but he has company. That Vanderbilt chassis, the driver out of Winton. Can he get by here across the line? Give it to Paul Stone, your new leader. The 66 is like a rocket ship off the corners here. Four laps down, 6 to go. Paul Stone, your leader. Jerry Flippo now, he gets that right rear on the cushion, and he's going to try to catch up to the flock up the top 2. Paul Stone gets up to the lead, but he's not leaving Danny Rowe. Danny Rowe trying to battle back on the bottom side of the racetrack now. Rowe, he has a good line on the bottom side of the racetrack. Paul Stone is still not giving up the top side. Oh, across the line, it's still Paul Stone, but Danny Rowe is right there. If Paul Stone bobbles, it could be the Danny Rowe show still. 2 to go signal for Paul Stone. This one's going to be good for the closing laps, race fans. White flag out. One more time for Paul Stone. Looks like he may have this one sealed up down the back straightaway. And he's once again glides upstairs. It is Winton, California's Paul Stone taking home the win. Second is going to be Danny Rowe. Third is going to be Jerry Flippo. Fourth to Ryan Porter. And rounding out the 5th spot is going to be Chuck Weir. As he comes around, race fans, let him hear you. It is a 66P of Paul Stone. Fantastic race right there. Paul Stone not letting up. Living by the cushion the 66P was. One more qualifier here for our modifieds as they roll out. It is row number 1. It is the 7 machine, the driver out of Plattsmouth, Nebraska. That is Jacob Hobscheit. To his outside in the 16B machine out of Chotchilla, that is Randy Brown. Second row, the number 6, the Hall of Famer driver out of Broomdale, that is Jim Pettit the second. To his outside is going to be the 5L out of Torrance, that is Cody Laney. Third row is the 20 of Cody Burke out of Salinas to his outsides the 1-2 machine of Josh Combs out of Sacramento. Fourth row is going to be the 09 of Daryl Hughes. To his outside is going to be the 92 of Les Friend out of Gold. Fifth and final row is the 11 of Billy Nelson out of Watsonville. And once again, this is our final qualifier here of the evening. As they get on the loud pedal, and it is Jacob Hopscheit going into turn number 1 with the lead. He's followed by Randy Brown. Randy Brown going to try to make a lane for himself on the top side. But it is still all Jacob Hopscheit. Cody Laney and Jim Pettit go side by side. And it looks like it is going to be Jim Pettit as they come around. Oh, Laney almost popped the cushion. As you see now, he dived down back to the bottom side of the racetrack. Once again, everybody looking for that moisture on the bottom. Best battle would be between Daryl Hughes and Josh Combs. Meanwhile, Cody Laney, not letting, or Jim Pettit opening the door for the 5L of Cody Laney. And he allows the Super Nationals champion to get by in third. Here comes Cody Laney now. He wants more. He looks to get second from Randy Brown. Randy Brown locks up on the brakes, and he's going to shut the door on the inside. Meanwhile, Jacob Hopscheit moves upstairs. He's going to try a different lane. 6 laps down, 4 to go. Still good battle going on for that second place position. Cody Laney still not able to get by. He's going to go upstairs. Yes, he does. Going to try the top side now on Randy Brown. Randy Brown still stays to the bottom side of the racetrack. Out front, nothing's changed. It is still all Jacob Hopscheit as he sees the white flag now. Cody Laney still feverishly trying to get by the 16B of Randy Brown. But into turn number 3, it is the driver coming to us out of Nebraska, Jacob Hopscheit, taking home the win. Second is going to go to Randy Brown, Cody Laney third, Jim Pettit fourth, and Cody Burke fifth. Daryl Hughes, Josh Combs, Les Friend, and Billy Nelson rounding out the field. Make some noise for the driver out of Plattsmouth, Nebraska. That is the 7 of Jacob Hopscheit.